We'll go here. And then we'll go here. Alright. That should be good. Hello, Talon. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hello, hello. Yes, you are first today. You are first today. Hello. How are things going? Make sure that we're all set up here. I think we're good. Let's see. Yeah, okay. We're good on the YouTube side. I think I have the mic in, hopefully. Correct. Correctly labeled. Hello Eve. Hello, hello. Wah. How are you? And hello Vesta. Welcome in, welcome in. IRIAM was taking its time to load, no worries. Wah. Meow. How are you guys doing? Happy Friday. It doesn't feel like a Friday, but it is a Friday, isn't it? It can still be Vesta though. Minecraft? Eh? What do you mean Minecraft? Yeah, I'm confused. What? What about Minecraft? I'm confused. Alright. Should be good everywhere here. I saw that there's some people who on IRIAM who said that they were gonna see it. Is that some peeking in my server somehow? I don't know. Why? Do you play Minecraft? I've never played Minecraft. I know nothing about it. The only thing I know about Minecraft is from, Enigmatic Recollection, the Hololive thing, the Hololive journey. That was actually really good. You thought the I am Eve line was a joke from I am Steve? That actually could work. If Eve does Minecraft stuff. That's funny. The only thing I know is, Enigmatic Recollection. That was a, that was sort of like a Hololive story, narrative, adventure thing. It was actually really good. Everything was all customized, and, it was really well done. Newbie Reaper, hello, welcome in, welcome in. How's everything going? Just came back to say hi? Well, hello. You're doing Bakadoodles as well. Interesting, interesting. I hope that goes well. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to just do, like, little quick things that don't take too much time, too much pressure. Bakadoodles and comics are always good ways to do that kind of thing. Maybe that's why I got slightly too into this. What didn't they? I think that Hololive said that they're gonna do like a season 2 of Enigmatic Recollection. I didn't fully catch. Well, actually, I didn't catch most of it. I don't usually watch like Corpo streams that often, but I catch like highlights here and there. But Enigmatic Recollection was extremely well done for how they played it, and there was so much fan work, so much fan art, so much fan animation that came out of it. That was really cool. They had all the Hololive girls like interacting with each other fully in character as basically isekai protagonists, and it was really fun. Joyce of RP. It made me want to do stuff like that so badly. Honestly. It really made me want to like go out and have like a guild party type of stuff. I love that vibe. I don't play D&D or anything, but I think that kind of stuff is really cool. Going good? Back on a writing phase again. Heck yeah! Well, I'll rename the writing channel so that it's more clear if you would like to post in there. Alright, Talon, have a good rest of your day. And Ridley fan, hello! Welcome in on the YouTube end. Yeah, I haven't gotten to do anything like that, but that's one of the reasons I think that I like to play games on stream so much. Is, I kind of get a little bit of that, you know? Celtic Alchemist, hello, welcome in. Because I didn't, you know, when I'm only doing art streams, I don't get to embrace that side of myself, but I actually really enjoy it. I love D&D, I want to put something together, it's so hard to consistently schedule, right? Yeah. It's hard to consistently schedule, and you need, like, like, I've never been able to find, like, someone who would, DM or anything, because I know that that's, like, a huge thing. And it also seems like it's kind of scary that it's ongoing and that you have the risk of, like, character death and everything, so I've only ever done a single one-shot. I think I would only ever want to do more one-shots, because one-shots are a lot less stressful to me. But yeah, I think one-shots would be cool. Schedule's always the real big bad evil guy. I'm actually in talks to start DMing one day. Heck yeah. I love being DM for D&D. So hard to find a good group. Yeah, true. You're asking multiple people for the same time every week. That's the thing, right? Like, that's why I would like to do one-shots. Because one-shots are not stressful, but you still get that vibe of storytelling. And hello, Ridley. Hello on both ends here. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, the only time I did one shot was actually at Hasbro. So it was funny, right? Because it's like, oh, like the company behind all the D&D products. And one of the guys in the engineering department was really into it. So he was a good DM, and he was really nice and created like this kind of event type of thing where people who have never played D&D could experience a one-shot and just, like, try it out and see what it was like. I ended up buying a dice set because they're really pretty, but I haven't ever used it. But it's okay. It's okay. Because, you know what? The dice set are also sacred geometry. So I have it on a sacred geometry level, too. It's basically like a little job almost to have a set schedule weekly. Yeah, it's too stressful. It's too much. But that's why one-shots seem very appealing, right? Lore the dice. Hey, dice in themselves have, like, you know, magical properties. I'm not talking about, like, in Dungeons & Dragons, right? I'm talking about, like, the actual geometric shapes, right? Sacred geometry. Sacred geometry is, like, a really powerful thing. Quickly hides all the shiny math rocks. I like the shiny math rocks, though. One-shots do hit good sometime. I've been trying to listen to a few one-shots in the past. Hello, Coffee Mom. Welcome in. Nice to meet you. My name is Starlight. I'm Prismatic Kitsune. I hope you're having a good Friday. I've done 2 one-shots and 1 campaign to level 5. I don't know what level 5 means, but that sounds cool. So far it is. I hope it continues to be. I think that will be good. And thank you for the star. I appreciate it. I tried to listen to one-shots at one point just because, like, I really like the vibe of it, and I want to start, like, you know, getting into that sort of mentality. And I listened to a few one-shots, but the one that stuck with me was actually the I'm Sorry Vessa, the TOTK themed one. And okay, to be fair, right? I don't know about Dungeons and Dragons. I don't understand, like, all the characters, all the races, all the specifics, right? But I do know Zelda. So I could listen to the TOTK one shot, and I could actually understand, like, where they were, who the species were. I could follow it along a lot better, okay? So, like, that was actually really good. I wish that there were more of those to listen to. I think it was just done by Critical Role to advertise, to advertise TOTK, but that's not, no. No, come on. Like I said, right? Also, hello, Starcats and Hero End. How are you doing today? No, because, like, I would not be able to understand it otherwise, you know? I wouldn't be able to absorb it as much. So, because I understand, like, where Hyrule is, and I can, like, map it out in my head, I actually knew, like, where they were journeying and where they were going, and it made it, like, a lot more easy to, immerse myself in and understand and, like, get through the story, right? Because I got, like, I understood where they were and who they were. I knew what their abilities were and everything. Come on, that has merit, right? I think that has merit, doesn't it? Coffee Mom, thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. That, come on. Guys, that has merit, doesn't it? I mean, I'm kind of the... IDK what Tiefling is, but if I darn it, I know Bokoblin. Yeah, exactly! See? Thank you. You're proving my point. Exactly. The only reason I know what is it, Tiefling, is because I had to do a consultation for one. That's the only reason I even remotely know what they look like. I had to do a branding consultation for one of them. It's funny because you said Tiefling Ron at first. Okay, so if I said Tiefling, so it is Tiefling then. It's a strange character. I did consultation for a Tiefling. They were very kind. They were nice. I can't remember it off the top of my head, you know? Dara, hello! Welcome in! Happy Friday! Yeah, so I don't know D&D, but I do know Hyrule. I do know the species of Hyrule. It's kind of like how, I would also love to, you know what would be really fun would be to do like a My Little Pony one-shot, because, again, since it's all within Hasbro, they've made a lot of, like, overlaps and connections and everything, and My Little Pony actually has, like, a ton to work with. Tons of lore, tons of species, tons of, exploration on the map. So that would actually be a really fun one, too. Stargazer RPG win. That would be so hard. That would be so... because I don't even know, like, how it works. I don't... I mean, that is a really great long-term goal. To do, like, a Stargazer-style D&D. That would be a really, really great long-term goal. But I don't know enough about how all those things work. I don't know about dice rolls. I just want the narrative side. Hope everyone's doing well. I think there are lots of people doing well today. Hopefully. Happy Friday. It would be really, really fun to do. But it would be a long ways out. Right, the narrative side, I can fill in the gaps. I don't know how it works. It's like... Yay for the coming weekend, heck yeah. Also, hello, Nova, welcome in. Nice to see you. Really, we just need to, like, map out Illusionari. I think that's the main thing. We were talking about that last stream, right? We really just need to map out Illusionari. And that's the thing that I am, like, nervous about doing, so I keep putting other things in its place. We could do a literary RP for Stargazers if the game side is too complex. What's a literary RP? Is it, like, the same kind of thing without the dice? How does that work? I've never actually heard of that. Nervous because of what we will do to it. Just RP knows dice part. I didn't know that was a thing. I did not know that that was a thing. That's actually really cool. I did not know that that was a thing. I'm going to have to look into that. I was not aware. Not sure if you're interested. There's a Humble Bundle with software and stuff for making maps. I've looked at the software and stuff. Someone else was talking to me about, like, the websites and things. I don't want to use those because, I don't know. I feel like it's very template formula-ish. And I feel like, Illusionari doesn't quite fit those formulas, from what I can understand. Less mechanics. I'm definitely going to have to look into that. I've never heard of a literary RP. I'm really gonna have to look into that. I wanna, you know, I used to say that I wanted to do all kinds of, like, shorts and videos and things really inspired by, what's their name? Oh my gosh, it's blanking, I'm blanking now. On, Quincy's Tavern. And I haven't done any of those things, but I really want to do things like that. I'm sorry, crow thoughts. So many shiny objects. So many shiny chasing objects. I keep having ideas and wanting to do things and not being able to stick with one particular thing. Too board gamey looking. Yeah, I would say so. What is my model? I'm a prismatic kitsune, Coffee Mom. My main theme is rainbows and auroras, and I am actually a winged fox. ADHD, roll for concentration. Here, I'll show you. Let me see here. If I zoom out here, boom, you can see my whole design, and yeah, a lot of people don't realize I have wings when I'm close up like this. But you can see a little bit of my tail. And yeah, I'm a winged prismatic fox. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you, I appreciate it. Candy. No! It's not a. No! Vessa! You both, I swear! It's not. Why did this become a thing? It's not. Tarar, don't listen to them. I didn't make it a thing. Everyone else just made it a thing. We had so many people making it a thing. Oh, alright. Get a little closer to you guys. There we go. Yeah, some people don't realize I have wings until a little bit later, because they kinda, hey! What was that? Newbie Reaper, what is this? Why? What was that for? Oh my gosh. You got close and fast and startled me. It was reflex. What do you mean it was reflex? How does that work? Oh goodness. Is that what you do? Your reflex is to throw bomb? Oh. I trained him well. Oh my gosh. No. Threats, boom. You trained him well. Oh my gosh. Is this how it happens? Is this how things go? I have lost track. Hang on. I need to. We were talking about things and then we got distracted with the candy necklace. Like casual, help people want to do story stuff. Pretty great if you find a good group. I will keep that in mind. You have to realize all new story. I did not see the bonk coming, no! I did not see the bonk coming. Louis Sashimi, hello. Welcome in. Oh. All new stargazers meet you first? How does that work? Are you like, have you been stationing yourself at the gate? Coffee Mom, all the best. Again, I hope you have a good rest of your Friday. Thank you for stopping in, I appreciate it. Have you just been guarding the gate without me noticing? We have a gate in front of the atelier. I didn't notice that you've been, like, hogging the front of the gate. Have you just been, like, pay to the required Melopony service before granted citizenship? What? What? What are you doing when I'm not around? I usually welcome people at the gate, but I've never seen you at the front of the gate. Have you just been like, is this one of those things where like, you're like trying to match where the person is moving so that they can't like, see where you're at? Is that what this is? Training the next generation? Oh my gosh. They go through me, then the gate? Oh, so you've been in front of the gate. Well, no wonder I haven't been able to see you. That's why you needed those potions of stealth. Wait, you've been outside the gate? What? That's so confusing. Let's lock her out at night. Oh my gosh, that's up. Kupo Coffee, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Friday. The burrows go under the... Oh. Man, I can't tell what you guys are doing. I'm too big to fit in the burrows, so I don't know what you guys are up to most of the time. Kupo Coffee, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Also, is your name like a Moogle reference? It's Moogle, right? It seems like, yeah. I don't know too much about Final Fantasy, but I'm like, wait, I think I know this one. It seems like a security oversight. Better get Lillian to fix it. What is Lillian's role anyway? I'm not even sure at this point. That's why we implemented the all bunnies or soldiers training. What the heck is going down in those burrows that I can't tell? You guys are like so sweet and innocent above ground. What the heck is happening underground? This is why I'm saying, like, if I map out a Lucinari, I'm afraid there's gonna be like an entire Hyrulean depths going on. Actually, knowing you guys, it's probably more interesting than the depths. And because of Vesa, now I'm thinking about the depths. We are doing the things you shouldn't have to see? What the heck? What does that mean? Also, Kupo Coffee, that's a really cute emote. It's a whole iceberg meme, but real, eh? The bunnies are your hands in shadows. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's gonna... that's gonna be stuck with me now. Charming Falcon, hello, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing today? Happy Friday. I hope you're having a good Friday. Oh, yeah. I'm confused. You're a fox, but we're talking about bunnies? Okay, so Kupo Coffee. I am a kitsune. I'm a prismatic kitsune. And my community are called stargazers. And the stargazers are, carbuncle. Again, think Final Fantasy. But they're like bunny-looking carbuncle. So they all have gems on their foreheads. And they all take, little different forms, different colors, different attributes as they please. And they are actually sort of like, rescued from the concept of wisps. And, you know, the original... The ideal is that the wisps take on this bunny form, and then they're able to sort of, like, fulfill their dreams and desires and passions in life. But then the bunnies took over and decided that they like to get really, really aggressive and violent. But they're supposed to be very cute and peacekeeping and happy, but they do that above ground. And apparently, in the little bunny burrows, they have other plans that I don't really know about. We are creative and creation is chaos. So yeah, that's a little rundown. So essentially, bunnies, community, myself, fox. I'm sorry if it's a little bit confusing off the top. I want to make sure that things are still like what's the word? Approachable. I want to make sure things are still approachable for new viewers and everything, so I apologize if you're a little bit confused. But they're good bunnies. They're good bunnies. They're a little bit chaotic, but overall they're nice. Blank, hello, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, every person in the community has like a stargazer form that they can take on. And everyone is allowed to have a design that suits and matches them. Very approachable, nice and friendly, we're also just explosive. True. Like Newbie Reaper, like, just to give you a rundown of, like, how varied it can get, right? Newbie Reaper, is a stargazer who has, like, a bunny skull design. And then Charming Falcon has, like, little tassels that resemble bookmarks. And has a blue and gold color scheme. my own personal stargazer, my right hand lady, as I would call her. She has a bunch of rainbow aesthetics, rainbow themes. And then Eve is a yin yang the angel looking bunny. The Discord can get a little crazy too. Very true. Also, thank you for following. Thank you. I appreciate it. There's a stargazer that straight has a fuse for a tail. Yes, true. I think that's also Charming Falcon. The Discord can get crazy, but I'm honestly, like, as wild as it can get, I'm happy about it because, like, the Discord is actually active, and that's crazy to think about, because I used to spend the majority of my time on Discord in a different group, a different server, and nowadays, ours is actually more active than that one, which is wild. Very wild to think about, frankly. And I'm not entirely sure how, but somehow. Somehow. And if you're new, and if you're ever interested in the Discord, you can get to it by going to my profile, going to YouTube, and then going to the About section. It's a wild time, but it's a lot of fun. And then speaking of Discord, right? So I actually, I'm a little tired today because I kind of went a little too ham on the... I've been trying to create emotes for the community because the last time I made emotes for the community was 2 years ago. I would say 2 years ago. And they're in a form that I don't even present myself in lately. They're in like an anthro form. So they're very, very old, they're very outdated, and I need to work on new ones. So together we've been working on designing new emotes. And I've been sketching out all the different emote designs and such. And okay, so Thursday is like basically my day off where I either like heavily work on commission or I do like a little bit of personal work. And I don't know what happened yesterday, but I just went like really intense on the emote side of things. And I ended up doing a lot of different emotes. I ended up drawing up a lot of different emotes and getting slightly addicted. You saw in the channel? Nah, you've not seen anything. You've not seen anything. I was chit-chatting, with Vessa a little bit, and, he was like, oh, are you gonna continue drawing anymore today? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, maybe, like, a few. I ended up creating a new row. I got slightly addicted. I just a little bit. I got a little bit. I couldn't get rid of any of the ones that I had already sketched because I already liked the way they were going, and I was thinking about like which ones we still needed and which ones I really wanted to have, and I ended up separating them further and further, and then I would just do like a really rough sketch and sort of like start drawing over each, like I started drawing 2 per slot on top of each other, and then I was like, okay, this is getting a little insane. So I made another row. We need them all. It's going to take so long to do them, but I am excited about them. And I was like really overwhelmed with how many there are, but like we're making good progress. We're making good progress. So yeah, I added another row of emotes, and I also have the row of I already have the file for stickers. It's gonna take so long, apparently not. Well, the sketch part is the fastest part, you know? The sketch part is the fastest and easiest. It's the line art that's gonna kill me. Pick the few that make it to Twitch. You guys are gonna have to help me with that. We'll have to decide which ones to replace in the server. A lot of them do replace ones in the server because they're kind of like a little bit like copycat, right? Like, like I think we have the angry the angry dog noises one, Replace Old Star or Senko. Vesa won't let me replace Old Star. I want to, though. I want to replace the Old Star ones. I'm not allowed to, though. At least at the current time. I can replace a few of the Senko ones, though. I can replace, like, the Senko Stare and the... What was the other one? I ended up adding the Senko, the Senko Surprised one, because I use that one so much. Anyone that basically, the ones that are getting replaced and the ones that I added are the ones that I use on, like, a near daily basis. Old Star's fun too. I just want to refresh them. I just want them to match my, I just want them to match my current fur color and everything, because my fur used to be a little bit darker, a little bit more midnight themed, and then I sort of embraced more of my name, and I remember asking a friend a long time ago about that. I was like, I don't know, I feel like I kind of feel like it's more correct if my fur is a little bit lighter, but I've got, like, this name that's, like, always been very dark and galaxy-based, and they're like, your name literally means light! You're allowed to go lighter! So, yeah. So the current emotes are of my old fur color, and I need to replace them with my current fur color. I'm like a... It's like how, you know, sometimes your hair changes color as you get older, so... I just want you to keep the Gotcha one. Can't I recolor that one, though? I think you should replace, because we are in a new era. I do want to replace them for a different art style. I want the art style to be the better. Because the way that I used to make emotes was very standard. It was basically the way that everyone makes emotes, you know, that thick line, cel-shaded look that basically every single person does. But I want my emotes to stand out a bit more, because I know my emotes are, like, when I do commissions for emotes, they're on the higher side, and I want them to look like they are, justified to be on the higher side, right? So, the ones I see from literally everyone on VGen is the thick line and cel-shaded one, and I want mine to be a little bit more painterly and a little bit more watercolory. And I've actually done commissions for people that allowed me to explore that style, and I really, really, really prefer it. It does take longer because it is more painterly, but it feels a lot more satisfying to me. The payment for changing color is 26 bytes per emote. Where do you get these numbers? Oh. So where is it? Can I show these off yet? Oh, I can show off, you know what I need to do is I need to actually post the commissions I do. Economics. Sonic, hello, welcome in, hope you're doing well today. What was I saying? Showcase on VGen and or X. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Because, like, with your Bakadoodle, it was at a good point where I was like, I don't have to hide this, I can post this is good, I want to show this off, I'm proud of this. And then with a lot of the others, I end up, what's the word? A lot of them end up being NDA, and I end up losing track on if they've been shown publicly or not, so then I'll just, like, default not upload them. And it's also a matter of the fact that I haven't, like, made a nice showcase for them. I haven't made, like, a nice, presentation version picture for them. So I need to make, like, a showcase template, so I can showcase emotes, so I can post these things, so I can share what I'm doing, so I can show what the newer style looks like for people. Because right now, all I have is the raw, transparent version, instead of, like, the nice, pretty, designed version. Braveheart, hello, welcome in, I hope you're doing well. I see you're new to IRIAM, so if you have any questions about IRIAM, I'm happy to answer them. I hope you're having a good Friday. Most of the VGen showcase is the stuff you've done for C-Hero. You're not wrong! You're not wrong! Some of it is older, some of it is newer. Like the Christmas piece I just did this year. Yeah, anything where I have the big multi-character giant painting stuff, that's all C-Hero. And then I think that's also who I'm using right now for advertising the emotes, but that's, again, the older style. Yeah, the big multi-character pieces are definitely Sea Hero pieces, and they get posted faster because I know that they can be public. I just need to post a lot of other things. I have my Trello, and there's a bunch of pieces that I've done in the Trello, and if they have an image on them, then they are in the, this needs to be posted category. And then after they get posted, then they get moved to an archive. But yeah, a lot of the Trello stuff is up there too. And the Elden Ring Bakadoodles, yes, yes, yes. I put Eve's Bakadoodle as the Bakadoodle example because it's like, it's pretty and it's in color. And then sometimes I look at it and I'm like, it's like skirting the line of a Bakadoodle. So maybe, I don't know if it's a good example to use. Like, I want to use it to showcase what was commissioned, but it is not, yeah, it's not a Bakadoodle anymore. I don't know where to put it. I don't know what to do when Bakadoodles turn into steaks. It is a multi-character illustration, but it's not like the same, like, scenic type of stuff that I've done. So I don't know where to put it, I guess? Plus, like, currently, I think the service is attached to the piece, right? So, like, for the reviews and everything, they are attached together. I know that in the future, VGen wants to be able to make it so that you can move things around, but you can't currently move things around. So, yeah, when your Bakadoodle becomes a steak, what do you do? That's okay, though, that's okay. I think my main thing is I'm still trying to figure out, like, what my services are and where I want to focus. And here I am, always worried about, like, having too many services and making my page too confusing, right? And then I'll go on somebody else's VGen page, and they'll be doing, like, your character here. And I'm like, oh, okay, your character here, that's fine. And then they have, like, 300 listings, each listing being a different your character here. And I'm like, oh, I thought I was too confusing by having, like, 10, and then they'll have, like, 300. And it'll be like, you can have your character here 48, your character here 49, your character here 50, your character here 51. And I'm just like, how? So I don't know how to balance it. Yeah, and the thing is, like, this wasn't just one person either. I've seen multiple pages like this. I've seen multiple people who do this. I've seen one person with 700 something YCH. Oh my gosh. Wait, I think I know what you're talking about, because they're always on the front page. Is it the one where it's like, regular anime style full body-ish? Because I always see it on the front page, and it'll be like, this is advertising YCH 394. they are always on the front page. 700. Yeah, no, 700, I can't even do 700 emotes, let alone 700 full-bodied, full-color, full whatever. A lot are NSFW. That doesn't shock me, to be honest. But yeah, I always see them on the front page, and you're right, it usually is like a couple thing, or it's like, you know, some sort of like goes together, there's always some sort of like gothic arch element or roses or something. I always see that. There's some people on VGen who I literally cannot avoid, because, and they're always your character here, right? Every single time, they're always your character here. They're always on the front page with your character here. There's an emote person who has, like, a yellow color scheme, and then there's the your character here person that does, like, the full body stuff. And I see them every single day. I would love to do more your character here, to be honest. I think a lot of them are really cute and really fun, and I really changed, like, my outlook on your character here, because I used to not like it. I used to be like, I don't really get it. Why would you want to commission something where it's gonna look the same as everybody else's? But I'm warming up to it now, seeing, like, how far it goes, how many people, like, really, really, really like it. So, I'm warming up to doing some of them myself as well. But yeah, man, I've seen so many people who just, they do nothing but. And I don't want to do nothing but, because I still really enjoy doing custom things. I really enjoy, like, my art tagline, right, is like granting your art wishes and bringing your dreams to reality. I really want to do things that are still very custom for people. I'm doing character design lately. That's gonna be really fun. I unfortunately won't be able to show it off for a while because NDA, VTuber stuff. But I'm finally getting to do character design work, which is really, really nice. Why no? Why no? Why is that not a good thing? Is it the NDA part, or? Why see it just nice, I think? You know what you're gonna get. It makes it easier for communication and what both parties want. That's true. That's a really good point, actually. Yeah. That's a really good point. Knowing exactly what you're gonna get, or like having a really good idea of it, that makes a lot of sense too. And I think there's room for both. It was sad, no, because we can't see it, that's all. Okay, okay. I love doing character design. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. It's something where I really feel like, I like so much of the personal, touches of things, right? I like really being able to talk about through what someone wants and sort of like bringing this vision to reality. I am basically designing, VTubers. Basically bringing VTubers to life. Not the model work, but the concept work, which in my personal opinion, I actually think is more important than the model work, because the concept work is everything that gets built on after, right? The concept work informs, like, all the art you're gonna commission. The concept work informs, like, your brand, your motifs, your visuals, your color scheme and identity and things. So I actually really, really, really put my pride and focus on the concept stage. And I'm doing one that's really fun. I can't give any detail, but what I can say is that it is heavily shonen. It's heavily shonen. It's really scratching my itch of, wanting to draw, like, cool MC character. Do we know who it is? No. This is, not somebody in the community. This is somebody who, reached out. Ironically, after commissioning, somebody on Etsy, and then not being happy with the result, because the Etsy listings, there are legitimate people on Etsy. I'm on Etsy as well. But a lot of the ones on Etsy are, they're kind of like Fiverr accounts in a way. There are legitimate people on Etsy, do not get me wrong. I'm also on Etsy. But, unfortunately, Etsy's been very, very, very filled with Fiverr-like type places. VTuber character design specifically feels really unique. It really does, yeah. One thing that I have really enjoyed with character design is, I've been, amassing art books of, like, huge, huge, huge collections of gacha game characters. So, there's a website that I use to get, like, cheap art books, and I've amassed, like, even if I don't know what the franchise or the property is, I'll still grab it if I think that the characters are designed well. The best one that I probably have is the Fire Emblem Heroes book, and, that thing is so huge. That thing is gigantic. But it'll basically show you a character trope for every kind of concept anyone could ever need. I honestly only trust VGen at this point for art stuff. That's really fair, to be honest. Like, VTubers do still work off of basic design principles, but the culture of VTuber and their design makes it almost a different genre. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, 100%. You're right about that. Because I think about, the design principles that I know for, like, games and animation and everything. And VTubers do sort of have their own specific details, I would say, right? Their own specifics, that sort of are very inherent to VTubing. And there are some overlap with game characters, and you kind of have to bridge the two together. One of my favorite thing when it comes to VTuber design is focusing on what their color and motif and sort of feeling is, because you can commission people for, like, a cool character design of a black and pink demon character or whatever, and, you know, you're gonna get the Iron Mouse comparisons or whatever. My favorite thing to do is to say like, okay, so that's your subject, right? That's like your base form. Vessa, it's the clearest example I can think of. Just bear with me. I'm sorry. Um, Time to open up. Have an awesome stream. Take care. Thank you, Celtic Alchemist. All the best with the bar work, and thank you for tuning in. Could have said Catgirl. I think of the Iron Mouse people who talk about the. Okay, fine. I'll change it to Shy Lily. So if someone wants to be like a blue orca VTuber, right? And they're gonna give the comparison to Shy Lily. So my job as a VTuber character designer, specifically for VTubing, is to say, okay, so you want the species and you want the color scheme. What can we do to make sure that no one ever compares you to Shy Lily? I get that you like Shy Lily, you think her design's really cute and really fun, but how far can we stretch that and still find other things that are very specific to you, right? So one thing I've been, I mentioned this in stream before. For me, for instance, right? I'm a rainbow-winged kitsune. There are rainbow-themed VTubers already, there are kitsune-themed VTubers already, and there are winged-themed VTubers already. When you add more and more and more elements, you get to the point where you have sort of this locked-in uniqueness to you, right? Where you keep adding things. And yeah, I've seen, like, Rainbow Fox VTuber too. That kind of makes me a little bit nervous. But you keep adding things on, you keep finding the thing that makes you unique, the thing that makes you stand out, the thing that you want to hold on to, and that is, and that's sort of basically how you, quote-unquote, like, save your identity in VTubing, right? That's why I love the Broken Halo so much. Your Broken Halo is really great because it's very iconic. Like, it's very unique to you, and it's also a really good concept because, it can follow you in different places, right? Like, your Stargazer form is very recognizable as you because you've shared the Broken Halo, right? And because the Broken Halo is sort of like your main motif, it's kind of like how when I had Hamstar, right? I had my crystal necklace, and I had the rainbow wings. So even though I don't have, like, my, I did have the rainbow ears as well, but I'm just saying, if I had to take on the form of any animal, let's say I had to take on a sloth, and sloths don't have visible, large rainbow ears, then I can still, hold my design with the, maybe with the wings, or with the crystal necklace, and with the star on the forehand. Exactly. So you want to try to figure out, like, all these different elements that really, really help hone down on who you are so that you're noticed at a glance. Which is, when there is a Shy Lily copycat, everyone can tell at a glance. Because it's like, okay, you don't own this type of hairstyle, you don't own this type of ear, you don't own this type of clothing, whatever. You do own it when you combine them all. So I see, like, a Shy Lily copycat, right? They have, like, the droopy ears. They have the long hair that goes down to their waist and has the pear-shaped silhouette. They've got the orca tail that goes up, which I get, you know, that alone doesn't matter, doesn't mean anything, but you got the orca tail, the floppy ears, the same hair, and then you get to the outfit, and it's usually some sort of sailor outfit with a skirt and a choker necklace. And it's like, you didn't do anything to... Oh, bonus if they have face markings. Bonus if they've got, like, you know, a circle on their forehead or something, right? And it's like, you guys... I get very, very heated about the design thing, because I see so many people being like, you can't own a species, you can't own a hairstyle, you can't own an ear style. You absolutely can, if it's combined with, like, 20 other elements. You absolutely can. I get very, very, when it comes to character design, I get very hot take heavy. I admittedly get very hot take heavy because I know that a lot of my opinions for character design do not align with a lot of other people's opinions, because many people have this idea of, like, everything should belong to everybody and anyone can use anything. But when you break things down, it's very clear when something is an original idea and where something came from. And I do believe that if you are putting in, like, the time, effort, and energy into having something for yourself, I don't think it's right for someone to just yoink it. I'm also really tired of, like, you can't steal a color scheme. You absolutely can't steal a color scheme. I'm not saying that, like, if you both use, like, brown and gray wolf, that you guys are, like, one person owns that or one person doesn't. But if somebody had, like, a rainbow-themed character, and they used my exact color palette for the rainbow, I would be a little bit angry, because I actually spent a long time developing it. It sounds silly, but between the Pantone colors, the monitor colors, the comparison, and then realizing that the best way for me to do this color scheme was to add, like, a bright navy blue overlay to everything, that took a long time to develop. So it would be kind of weird if someone just yoinked all of that and were like, yeah, now I have the exact same 7 colors you do. You know what I mean? That's just probability. More variables you add, more unlikely it is someone else is gonna hit on the exact combination. Exactly. Exactly. And then when someone does hit on the exact combination, you're a lot more protected as yourself. I'm afraid to ask you to analyze my character. I think you're okay. I think you're okay. The halo is really helpful. The broken halo idea is very genius. Anything on your head, like, just in general with VTuber designs, anything on your head is a lot more powerful than any design on your clothing. Because if you think of, like, Ollie, Courage Ollie, Hololive, right? She's got, like, the giant sword and the crazy hairstyle. It stands out. You recognize it. Any character that has, like, a unique crown, like Rin Penrose with the half black, half white hair scheme, any motifs that you have on your head are gonna be, like, really, really, really powerful, right? Face is the first thing you see, exactly. Like, I can recognize Vesa in a melting popsicle meme doodle, because he's got the magenta and green eyes, so you've already got the heterochromia going on, and then the white twin tails. And if all you do is have the eyes and the twin tails, I immediately know it's Vesa. Took me a long time to figure out how to draw an expressive bunny skull just right. Yeah, exactly! So if someone just, like, yoinked how you did those expressions, it would be like, oh my gosh, I've spent so much time developing this! It's the same way with the color conflict with the silver hair and black ears. Yeah, exactly. The contrast is really powerful, right? I actually have less contrast than I used to, but I'm contrasting it now with the coat, which is why my Aurora capelet is as dark as it is to contrast the light of my hair color. My ear tips used to be dark navy, and they looked good in, like, transparent images, but I would not be able to stand in front of this background, because this background made it look like my ears were chopped off. You know, because they're so close to the background color. Mockingbird, hello, welcome in. Black sclera getting rise up. That also does help. That also is a very unique trait. And I'm glad that we sort of realized, like, oh, you can do black sclera, and you can be really expressive. You just gotta, like, tone it a little closer to gray, so that you can see all the details around it. But yeah, if you, if I was to stand in front of this background with my old fur pattern, then the tips of the ears would be just chopped off, so instead of going darker, I went lighter. And I like it. It has more refreshing feeling, I think. Big Brain Fox, thank you. I like helping even just with, like, a single attribute, honestly. I really like helping people with character stuff. Color theory? Yeah, more or less. Made everything else around it darker and went lighter. My fur color's a lot lighter. I don't know. The fur color being lighter just feels better to me. Because when I had the darker fur color, I don't know why, but it felt stiffer. It felt stiffer. The more periwinkle color just feels softer. I don't know if that makes sense, but and then Prism is actually, if you've noticed, Prism is actually the reverse of me. So Prism has white fur and the dark ear tips. So we kind of, like, because Prism is sort of a part of me in a way, Prism basically took on the dark fur pattern, but only on certain elements. And Prism actually has lighter white because, again, Prism, her name, it insinuates that she sort of has like the white light that then branches out into the other colors. I don't feel like we see enough Prism. I wish I could show off Prism more often. Unfortunately, I don't have a good way of doing that here. I would like her on streams again. She has been on streams in the past, a long, long time ago. But she was only there for a very short period of time, and in an old, visual. So, I would like to bring her back into streams in the future. She is technically on the overlay on all the IRIAM streams, but I know that's not enough. I'd love her to be, like, just regularly on streams greeting people in and stuff. I think that would be really fun. But it's hard to get her to do that. IRIAM will add and fix things over time. I'm hoping so. Why did Prism retire from streaming after 1 or 2? She's very camera shy, apparently. Nice to see you, have a good day. Thank you, Mockingbird. You as well. Happy Friday. She always hangs around me, but she's not really, like, very keen on the streaming side yet. Was she fighting with OBS? We fight together with OBS. We're sort of like a tag team duo, the Thunderbird 2 for 1. I would like her back, though. I think she was fun to have on stream. OBS versus the world. She does a good job, though. She's trying to hold Zapdos off, basically, yeah. I do want her, more present, which is why, like, half the emotes that I'm developing have her in them, right? She at least agreed to that. Half the emotes are Prism themed. So I think that's something. I think there's something to be said for that. But yeah, I think that would be fun, because basically, she is a medium. She does basically, talk through you guys. So I think it would be fun to bring her on stream again at some point in the future. I did have her, at one point tie her speech with Streamloots, which was fun. And I don't know. I'll have to play around with it and see what she wants, see what she thinks. Yeah, exactly. Breed more crystal apples. You haven't forgotten about that. You haven't forgotten about that, have you? The forced stream invitation has begun. Eh? Hello, Eddie, on the YouTube end. Hello. I like it. Why do you like it? Okay, so funny enough, one of the emotes that I drew her with is, she's holding a flower. I don't think I've shown you guys that one, because I was just thinking about it, because I saw, like, all these emotes of, like, holding flowers, and the flower itself is crystal. Something tells me you would rather it be an apple, though. But yeah, we have an emote where she's holding a crystal flower. And has, like, a little, not a broken halo, not Eve's halo, but just, like, a regular halo. So, like, you know, cute, innocent type of emote. I had too many emote ideas. I had too many emote ideas for her to be present in, so I had to expand. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to do all the line art, but I'm studying the emote line art. I just think the crystal apple picture is funny because of their faces. That's fair, that's fair. Hello, Sierra. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. I think what I will probably try doing... I think I prefer the star emotes. I think I'm biased, though. I do have a lot of them, so don't worry. The ones I added are majority me. Because I just thought of too many. You want to see Starlight? I only have one for Prism, but I did add a, I didn't add an, but I added a loading cat one. You know, the, you know the cat loading emote that I sometimes use? I have a me loading. I have a me loading one. So I have Prism, and then I have me loading. And I added a few. Think cat, yeah. I have Star Think Cat. Here, you know, I'll put it in the, I'll add it to the Celestial server real quick just so you can see. I love the derpy mode ever since I learned of it. Neo's fault. Neo's good. Neo's is good, yeah. Where's the... There. I'll just throw that in there real quick. There you go. Like I said, I did too many. I have done too many new emote designs. Oh, it's kind of cute. I don't know what it is. I just know that I used that emote too much, and I realized that I had to have one in some form. Neo made hers after we spent days in DM just setting Bugcat odd to each other. That's incredible, honestly. Also, it's cool that you're DMing. I think that's really cool. Neo's a cool person. We like Neo here. Sadly, Neo is unable to be on the IRIAM side, but yeah, Neo's cool. What else do I have? I have like I'll have to fill the Celestial channel at some point. Neo likes fish, so I like Neo. That is a good criteria for Vesa, to be fair. Do you guys, okay. For those of you who are in the Celestials channel, do you want any of these to be surprises, or do you just want these all at once? Because, I technically could just send the entire sheet right now if I wanted to. I technically could just do that. I could just, show what I, stayed up way too late, focused on. Vesa, what do you think? Should I just drop the whole thing? This is the perk, right? This is the perk. These are gonna take so long to do. That's the perk of being a Celestial. You get all the behind the scenes. You get all the behind the scenes stuff. Here, you know what I'll do? I'll keep some of the stickers private, and I'll drop the emote sheet. How's that? I think that's a good compromise. I really like doing stickers because you get to do more full body stuff, or at least half body. But, my gosh. Yeah, I added an extra row. Hang on. There you go. There's so many. There's so many. I'm gonna be doing this for months. The last one. You recognize the angry red one, yeah. I thought of way too many. And obviously some are definitely more finished than others. But, yeah. I had a little bit of, I had a slight addiction. That's sort of where what we called the stream title, right? I got slightly addicted to the emotes. just a tiny bit, just a little bit. I love the star laugh one. I'm excited for that one because I'm gonna try to make an animated one really, really simply. I'm gonna try to just have like a little bit of the laughing ticker moving, so it has a little bit more energy. What cards? They're going to eventually be Streamloots cards, but they'll probably just look like generic Magic cards. Because I was trying to think, like, what's good for on-stream, what doesn't make sense on stream. So it's kind of like people who usually have, like, the no you emotes, but they're just gonna be, like, regular, spell cards. And then I figured that they work fairly well with Streamloots. Because eventually that's going to be a thing. Eventually. Once the emotes are done, the next thing is going to be to add the Streamloots in, because those can also have original illustrations for every card. So, I've seen so many people doing Streamloots, where they make the streams doing the art for new cards. I have one mutual, and I think she's drawn, like, over 100 different card illustrations, something crazy like that. But for those of you guys who don't know, like, what Streamloots is, it is essentially, like, probably the closest thing that I could have to, like, IRIAM equivalent type of stuff here. on the Twitch and YouTube end. IRIAM wins in the zero latency department. I have no way of doing anything regarding that. But, yeah, Twitch redeems the Pokemon cards. Exactly. And since I already do have spell cards, literally, like, I have a pouch of spell cards, then it fits. But yeah, that's basically it. Pokemon card style redeem stuff. I don't know, I really like cards. I'm not the happiest, with how the general TCG world is at the moment. As we all know, it's kind of insane. But the general concept of cards themselves is something that I find very appealing and very fitting, because cards can hold so much power on their own, right? Like, you've got playing cards, trading cards, tarot cards. The card as a concept is a very good vessel for magical powers. I do as well love all the different arts. Yeah, it's, I think that cards are just, like, a really great way to, showcase a lot of things in a very satisfying manner. And in a way, you know, the emotes could sort of be seen as, like, little miniature cards of their own. Little chips, little markers or something. I don't know. But I've always loved the card format. That's why I have an entire, VGen commission style, and the description literally says, it's like a portrait style commission, and the description literally says, this is made in the ratio of your standard trading card. Because I'd like, it would be cool if people would use it for that kind of stuff, right? Sadly, I never got to be an artist on, like, what is it, the Oshi push or the Rift stuff, I don't know. So the best I can do is make illustrations that, fill that niche. So Streamloots is something that's just very on brand for me. Just very on brand, to be able to, like, pull up magical cards on stream. Oshi Push is having a lot of issues, they can't get stuff out. Yeah, I've heard about that. That's crazy. I remember getting giddy when I would see all the variant art styles of some Pokemon. Yeah, exactly. Still weird if I minimize the app, the audio becomes louder and goes back to normal when I reopen the app. I thought they put out an update for that. Zero, have you updated the app itself? Because I believe they fixed that. Or at least they put out something saying that they fixed it. So, I am hoping that they fixed it. I don't know for sure. They got so much demand with the FaZe Connect collab, it put them in a bad spot. They weren't prepared. Ah, really? You know, it's kind of weird, though. You would think that if Shy Lily is working with Gamersupps, like, isn't Gamersupps used to that kind of fulfillment process? Like, Gamersupps of all companies, right? I thought that they... Oh, wait, no, you said Oshi Push. Sorry, I was thinking of Shy Lily's one. Oshi Push. Okay, they're more indie. So, that's fair. That's fair. Oshi Push would not know, they would not know as much about doing the fulfillment stuff. Yeah, they're more indie. I'm mutuals with a cat VTuber who has been doing nothing but talking about Oshi Push. So I got the names confused, my apologies. They crushed their goal by like 100 times. That would be scary. Yeah, that would actually be terrifying. I just knew that there was drama with the Shy Lily one as well, because I think that Shy Lilies had some weird rule of, like, old school Yu-Gi-Oh! That if you lose a game, you lose the actual cards. And people were like, that is not okay! We don't like that! I remember that being a thing in old Yu-Gi-Oh! That people could, like, take your cards if you lost. So I think that they wanted to do something similar, and it got major backlash. So when you were saying things about that there was, like, problems or something, that's why my head immediately went to that. I'd punch anyone who tried to enforce the rule. Fair, honestly. Old Magic and Pokemon, I think, did that as well. I don't think Pokemon did. I feel like I would have remembered if Pokemon did, because I was the most into Pokemon over any of them. I feel like it was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing, to the point that I think it was actually in the anime at one point. I don't recall it ever being part of Pokemon. I could be wrong on that, but I don't recall it. There's nothing that said what specific issue they fixed. I only read on Google Play app. Oh, interesting. I'm not sure then. Wasn't that with the prize card pool in Pokemon? I don't think so. I thought the prize card pool was just for each, you had to get 6 prize cards after defeating each Pokemon in the game. Some people misunderstood the prize card gameplay of Pokemon, but it wasn't official. Oh. So one of those things where it, like, becomes a playground rumor then. Ah, okay. Ah, that's rough. I was gonna say, like, I don't think Pokemon would do that, but I do remember it being a legitimate arc in the anime. Deja vu? I feel like we've talked about this on IRIAM before. Just kids misunderstanding rules. Fair enough, fair enough. Major deja vu. I feel like we've literally talked about Yu-Gi-Oh! Having this rule at one point. I think there was some sort of anime arc, where that was actually a thing, where they would take your cards if you lost. And I don't remember how it went, but I'm pretty sure, like, the goal of the protagonist was to be like, stop that. What are you doing? That is such a stupid rule. Yu-Gi-Oh! Did have the card-taking rule, but it was undone in a few months because everyone hated it. I swear it was actually part of the anime, though. Like, somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but I could have sworn that that was an arc. At least a small one. I have, like, I have very vague memories of that being a thing. In one of the originals. Yeah. They did in the arc doing the Battle City game. Each opponent, bet their highest card to compete. Ooh, okay. Yeah, major. Okay. I was like, I think, I know this was a thing. Rare card specifically. That's wild to have to, like, have a prize pool, like a poker-style Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. That is rough. But, no, legitimately, I think we've actually had this discussion on IRIAM before. Deja vu. Been mowing? You make great yard work listening content, Star. Do I? That's incredible, honestly. I apologize if your phone is not happy, though, if you're outside. Magic had this in the form of the parlay mechanic, I was told by our older players. Aha. Weevil through Yugi's Exodia cards and GF the boat? What? I had a full charge, it's all good? Okay. Well, I'm glad that I can entertain you while you're mowing. The only Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime series that I watched completely was Arc V, pronounced Arc 5, and V Reigns and 5Ds. Oh, off the boat, okay. 5D, Arc 5, V Reign. So, like, you really like the number 5, I guess. Lilyflower, hello, welcome in. Nice to see you. I see that you're fairly new to IRIAM, so hello, welcome. I hope you're enjoying IRIAM so far. My name is Starlight, I'm a prismatic kitsune, and happy Friday. I almost said my name is prismatic kitsune. Oh, I am still recovering from last night, I think. Uh, yeah, I was sketching emotes, and I remember Vessa being like, how many are you gonna do? And I'm like, I don't know, probably a few more. And then I check the clock, and I'm like, that's not good. uh, but it's okay. It shows how that we're pushing things along, we're getting progress, we're solidifying things, things are gonna be evolving. Look, I'm 2 years late anyway, right? I gotta move things along. But yeah, I'm a little slightly off today. It's all good though. It's all good. Oh yeah. Also, Lilyflower, thank you for following. Weevil threw Yugi's grandfather's cards off the boat, including Exodia pieces that, if played correctly, instantly win a game. Okay. Introduce yourself as Flower Diamond Bloom. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was so cute. That was really. I was really happy that Ayana did that. That was really kind of her. Don't want a bomb to wake you up. I've already had a bomb. I've already had a bomb trying to wake me up. I'm okay. I'm just, do I have an alter ego? According to some nieces. According to some nieces, I have an alter ego. One of the other founding streamers did a video where, they were like, my niece reacts to VTubers on IRIAM, and she, like, named all of us, and my name is Flower Diamond Bloom. It was super, super cute. It was actually in the, I think I put it in the positivity channel, but if I'm going to be getting rid of the positivity channel, I need to move that and, like, archive it, because it's too adorable. No alter ego? She only likes real waffles? Oh my god. It took me a sec. It took me a sec. No alter ego. Oh my gosh. Better name than what I thought for you based on the no. We keep things lighthearted, safe for work here. We keep things lighthearted, safe for work. Oh. I get it. It's technically safe for work, but, like, I still have my limits. I've told you guys, I'm, like, very, very much reserved as a VTuber compared to a lot of others. I've seen, I know other VTubers are more okay with, like, being a lot more, off the walls with things, but I'm very, very much, very personally connected, with my VTubing self. So, yeah, I treat everything more seriously. A lot of VTubers, sort of treat themselves more like, what would be the best way to say? Sort of like a separation from themselves, sort of like a puppet in a way. Lilyflower, hello! Thank you very much for the Let's Go Off Kai sticker. Thank you. And Vine Fox, hello! Welcome in. Hey team. Yeah, I'm very personally connected with my VTubing self, so I am more reserved because everything is very close to me. Same here. Yeah, it's like, I know it's not as common. I know it kind of limits me in a lot of ways. I don't go off the walls as much as others do, who sort of see themselves more on the prop side. But I'm really glad that so far we've been able to make it work, right? I'm glad that we've been able to make it work. Yeah, exactly. Not playing the character as much. I'm very much in tune and connected with things. I saw this one person yesterday on some Twitter post, and they had, like, a version of their model, and it looked like it was very intentionally made to look unappealing, and it was some sort of April Fool's thing. They had, like, you know, the big like fish lips, and they were really really bloated, and they had, like, you know, the everything was like a little bit on the less safe for work side, and their regular model is something like very pretty and elegant, so this was very quickly like done quickly as just like sort of a joke model thing, and it had like kind of a, I don't know, it looked like it was very intentionally made to not be appealing. And I looked at that, and I just sort of thought, like, I will never be able to do that. I will never be someone who could do that. At least you have a very chaotic community, which is a common trope in VTubing. Very true. Yeah. Yeah, no, but exactly. It's like, I'm just... I know I limit myself in some ways, but... Lilyflower, thank you for the off guy. Thank you for the off guy. What do I say? Thank you for the ship. I limit myself in some ways, but I think that I have opening areas in other ways, right? Nice boat. One thing that I think is a plus, right, is that because I am my own artist, I can do a lot of things like Bakadoodles, and I can kind of, like, control the level of insanity, in a way. Slightly. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm doing my own art, I can kind of direct the vibe a little bit better. A boat is just a big fish. Okay, see, now that's where I need the Think Cat emote. Imagine Starlight as Dio from JoJo. That would have been a good April Fool's joke. Why Dio? Of all... Why? We can catch a bigger boat, and then a bigger boat, and then the ocean is ours. At that point, you're just after a yacht. A fish is just a small boar? Huh? A boar? Boat. Okay. No, Vessa. Or a fleet, since we have so many boats now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I did see the Urban Dictionary thing. I was asking my friends about that earlier, because I was like, where did this come from? And they're like, oh, it's from this extremely old post that has nothing to do with boats. And I'm like, okay. Interesting. It's not said by Callie. You don't even know the lore. It's not said by Callie, it's said by Gigi. It's said by Gigi to annoy Callie. Callie's not the one who says it, Gigi says it. Gigi is basically just that, like, you know, off-the-walls sugar high child. Gigi is the one driving everybody crazy. Gigi making Callie laugh when she wasn't supposed to. Yeah, was that the silent thing, right? No, that was the League thing. Don't say anything if you love League, and Callie's just dying. She mentioned it during her concert at Hollywood? What do you mean? What do you mean mentioned it? Callie's not the one who says it, Callie's the one that gets hit by it. My phone got so hot it froze. No! Eve, I'm so sorry! What the heck, IRIAM? I'm sorry to hear that. What on earth? What is wrong? We've got to figure out a way to optimize this better. This is insane. I wonder if that's like how no, my phone freezing wouldn't affect the streaming otherwise. Ugh, that's annoying though. I'm very sorry to hear that. I've never felt it this. Oh, jeez. Eve, if you need to like give it a break and just like cool it down and just be on the YouTube side, that is a completely fine thing to me. I am so sorry to hear that. Oh. I'm so sorry. I wish that there was something I could do with that. I wish I had the ability to fix that. I'm sorry. Ah. Callie said to the crowd or something, did someone say ghost bogus? Yeah, no, exactly. Like, they're teasing her. She's not the one saying it. Yeah, she mentioned it because people are teasing her because they're trying to be Gigi. Phone might be too old. Okay, honestly, I was actually really thrown off by this, but I learned recently that apparently there are some older phones that just straight up can't have IRIAM on them. So that's kind of crazy to me. I know you've been picky about the vibe and content of the channel. I feel like it's led to a quality over quantity situation, so I'm all for it. Thank you, Charming Falcon. I really, really appreciate it. That genuinely means a lot, so thank you. IRIAM needs to invent liquid nitrogen-cooled phones to run the app. Yeah, basically. Speaking of Callie, you gonna watch the birthday stream tonight? I generally can't catch corporate streams. I'm usually a VOD watcher, to be honest. Like, even for Kami Oshi, I'm usually a VOD watcher. It's led to you having a community that you're comfortable with, which is most important. Thank you, Charming Falcon. I'm really happy that it's been able to work, and I'm really happy that, like, everyone's been so respectful. You know, everyone, like, I was thinking about that, right? I was thinking about that in terms of the cosplay contest thing. Everybody was really, really, really respectful. Yes, we had some thrown in as jokes, but I was actually expecting more to be jokes than we got, and everyone was actually super considerate and thoughtful about what they chose. And that's really, really meaningful. That means a lot. When you make content, hey! Wait, I thought we were having... Ugh. I thought we were having a moment. The moment is over. Okay. I didn't have to delete any entries or bonk anyone. I know, it's great. Lilyflower, thank you for the off-kai plane. No, it's okay, Eve. It's okay. It's okay. We're tough here. We can do this. We can get through. Even though I've led things in a chaotic direction, I'd be the first to get bonked if something goes too far. Thank you for the ship, Vessa. That's gonna be your favorite one for the time being, isn't it? Ship. What if they eventually have a fish? Vessa's been posting cool fish content in the Discord, too. Cool fish. Now we've got Naruto running. The ship is just a big fish. Is this a meme that I don't know? I feel like this is a meme I'm not aware of. Pirate Kitty Robot, of course it's my favorite. Fair. Fair. It's a meme I made just now. Oh, really? Everyone just went along with it so naturally, I thought I was missing out on things. But yeah, exactly. When you make content, it's too hard to watch others' content. Especially things where it's, like, very long and intense stuff. It does get tricky at times. Now my phone is also going thermal. IRIAM plus yard work doesn't mix. I'm sorry. I feel bad that there's nothing I can do. Like, I know I'm not directly responsible for it, but I still feel bad. You're working on emotes late into the night? Same for me when it comes to writing fanfic. Over 10k words as of now. Dang. Yeah, I was working on emotes late into the night. Probably to a stupid degree. I can't stand watching anyone's streams except close friends, to be honest. That's fair, that's fair. That is, yeah. I'm kind of, like... I'm not as much of a stream watcher myself, and I feel bad. But it's like, I just... I don't know. I'm always constantly trying to churn out stuff. It's hard. And then by the time I'm, like, wanting to watch something, I generally end up, like, putting on music or something when I'm working. I don't know why. IRIAM has a beef with phone overheating. I don't know why the app makes it so hot. I think from what I understand, because, yeah, it's the zero latency thing. So essentially, because there is zero latency, because it is, like, completely instantaneous, the only way to do that is to have everything on my end reflecting perfectly on your end. So the best example that I can try to give is essentially you guys are all running VTube Studio. That's kind of the best comparison I can make. And it's like, I wish that there was another way to deal with it, but from my understanding, and to be fair, I don't have the perfect understanding. I'm not actually, like, told how it works, in all honesty. But from my understanding, that's essentially what's happening. It's about creator versus consumer balance. Nothing wrong with increasing creator or lowering consumer. I need a better balance in general. Unless consumer starts going away, bad too, yeah. It is a balance. I still say IRIAM's crypto mining during streams. No. It acts like a connection to you in small bits. Yeah, basically. But yeah, it's, VTube Studio GPU usage hurts. I'm sorry. Thank you for the hearts, Lilyflower. Mighty crypto ninjas everywhere. A couple of other apps I have also do the zero latency thing, and they're also battery hogs. I'm not sure how much more they can optimize. It just seems like it's the nature of the beast, isn't it? But yeah, I honestly, like, I'm constantly pushing out content that I'm not able to watch as much content. So even with my Kamiyoshi, I'm generally a clip watcher. I mean, it affects other things too. When Vesa, like, recommends an anime or something, it takes me a few months to get around to it. Nothing as bad as Pokemon Go on release. Fair. They'd have to kill the zero latency. I don't think they ever will, either, because, that's a huge, huge selling point to them, is the zero latency ability. And I can tell you guys really like it, too. So I don't think they're ever going to get rid of zero latency. I think it's something that they are very, very much, focused on as, like, a big perk of the brand itself. I played Pokemon Go on release. I don't remember it being terrible, honestly. But my memory could be off. I don't remember it being, like, horrific? I don't know now. I think I'd rather have this than better battery drain optimization. Okay, that's fair. Kind of makes you wonder if they're gonna try to modify it eventually. I'm not sure. Because keep in mind, guys, IRIAM has been around in Japan for over 6 years now. So I think a lot of what we have here is basically what it is in Japan, and has been in Japan. Yeah, I do know that about Go. Are you kidding? The battery drain was so insane, people were selling battery packs for it. Well, I knew that they were selling battery packs, but I thought that was just due to how long people were playing. The zero latency thing is really nice. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I wish there was a way to do that on YouTube and Twitch, but unfortunately I'll never be able to do that on YouTube and Twitch. IRIAM's just as old as Hololive. It actually is. It actually is, basically just as old as Hololive. Which is insane to think about. But yeah, it's been around for a very, very long time. But yeah, no, the zero latency thing is absolutely a huge perk that YouTube and Twitch can't replicate. That actually reminds me, like, what do you guys prefer watching non-IRIAM streams on? Are you guys more on the YouTube side or on the Twitch side? Thank you for the skateboard, Lilyflower. I appreciate it. Thank you. Pokemon Go would literally take me from 100% to 0 in a half hour at release. Dang, okay. I mod, so I do both. Yeah, that's true, that's true. I'm just trying to think about, I'm trying to think about, like, what people enjoy, because I know a lot of people are on the YouTube end right now, because you guys are helping me with watch hours, which, you know, major thank you for that. But I'm trying to figure out, like, if I was to focus in one, what would be the better one to focus on? Both, but mostly go on the purple button. Okay. I use Twitch, I feel like Twitch has better engagement opportunities. It does, it has, like, a lot of add-ons and things. That do have, like, better engagement. And I understand that, like, you know, in all technicality, like, most of those things are gimmicky, but I'm actually a huge sucker for gimmicks. I like gimmicky stuff. Am and always have been a YouTube guy. It was until I saw VTubing that I would watch on Twitch, but only when there's a stream. Well, that's what Twitch is. It is only streams. So yes, you would be on Twitch only when there is a stream. Focus on daily motion. YouTube isn't optimized for streaming. I don't think they'll do much with it. It's really sad, Eve, right? Because I remember, what was it, like a year or two ago? YouTube had all of these ideas and vibes that they really, really, really wanted to focus on making the streaming experience better. And then Shorts came along, and then they were like, just kidding, that's where we're gonna put all of our resources. Gummy, hello, welcome in. It is nice to meet you. My name is Starlight. I'm a prismatic kitsune. I hope you're having a nice Friday today. Daily motion callback. Yeah, right? Gummy, we were just asking about, like, you know, when it's not IRIAM, what do you like, YouTube or Twitch? Hope you have a wonderful day too. How are you? I'm doing well. Daily motion still exists, apparently. They saw Twitch as so much bigger, and still in the hole for Amazon, didn't see it as profitable enough. And, like, that is fair, yeah, like, I'm sure Shorts have done a lot better for them. Especially with, like, there's so many people who can make Shorts that don't live stream, so I understand, and yeah, you're right, like, because, like, Twitch is losing money every day. Funny thing, I noticed in the past few weeks, I noticed a lot of people watch long-form video on mobile than on computer. Interesting. Probably YouTube, I don't do Twitch a lot. Ah, okay. So, like, one of the main reasons that I'm also asking this is because, right now, on the Twitch side, I have, pre-rolls? And I vastly misunderstood pre-rolls. I've been doing pre-rolls so that it was, like, thinking that it was a 30-second ad at the start of your stream and then, like, no ads. And then it's like, no, it's not the start of your stream, it's the start of anyone who tunes into your stream. And it's usually longer than 30 seconds. And I was like, wait, what? So I've been trying to figure out, like, that whole pre-roll versus mid-roll thing, and then, because you ask online, people are really 50-50 on it. And then, and then at the same time, I was like, well, I also multi-stream, so I was thinking on the, like, YouTube versus Twitch, where am I focusing? Because Eva's right, Twitch does have really good gimmicks. YouTube can have, like, fairly large delay at times, but then again, you also got the playback thing, and the automatic VOD. So I'd keep multi-streaming, but I was just thinking, like, you know, where do you put the mental focus, I guess, is the best way to say it. And Gummy, thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm in the same boat. It's rough, right? It's hard to figure out what works best, honestly. It's like, I multi-stream because automatic VOD, right? The automatic VOD is very helpful to not have to worry about. I have it on my main channel, which threw me off for the longest time because I've been, just art-based. But now that I'm doing just chatting on IRIAM, the live tab is kind of an anything goes section at the moment. I feel like Twitch is the superior live streaming option for viewers, but there's just so much more buy-in to YouTube. Everyone has a YouTube. True, yeah. Charming Falcon, what's your opinion on the mid-roll versus pre-roll if you have one? Uploading consistent shorts is a must and some edited videos here and there. That's really what I need to do. I really need to do the shorts. Yeah, you're right though. A lot more people do have YouTube than have Twitch, but then the people who are on Twitch seem to be really into being on Twitch. Like, it's a whole community and culture, right? So that's very different, whereas YouTube is a lot more casual. I've definitely gotten more new viewers from YouTube than from Twitch by a long shot. But I don't know if that's because I've had pre-rolls on, not understanding how pre-rolls work, and then no one just gives you a chance. My opinion on mid-roll versus pre-roll, switch to Brave. See, that doesn't work for every single viewer, though. I can't convince every person to do that. When you ask the question, do you watch on YouTube or Twitch? If I asked my wife, she would say YouTube, but also Nico Nico. That's fair. That's fair. Run both until they switch? Huh? Wait, what? What? How does... What? I found you on YouTube because you showed up on my homepage. That's what I mean by discoverability. Yeah, no, 100%. I definitely agree with you, Eve. And, like, because there's no pre-rolls on YouTube, you didn't have to watch an ad beforehand. Switch their... Run both until they switch their policy? Huh? I'm a little confused by what you mean with the policy and the switching. I think I missed something. I feel like I missed an element somewhere here. No multi-stream? Huh? It's a joke, don't worry. Okay. Twitch used to not allow it? They allow it now, though. Something important? Switch to pre-order schedule delayed? Yeah, I'm not gonna go into that. Can you explain the terms? Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry, Ugh. Okay, so, on Twitch, pre-roll, from what I understand now, is you get an ad served to you if you're just tuning into a stream. And that's even if the stream is going. And I used to think that it was, just for the streamer's side. I didn't realize it was just for anyone who tunes in, right? And then, I used to think it was also 30 seconds. Apparently, some people say it's even longer. But I know that and then there's, mid-rolls, which is just playing ads during the stream itself at regular intervals, and you can say, like, how long you want the, ads to be, but if you want to disable the pre-rolls, then you have to have 3 minutes of ads. 33 minutes, it's kind of dumb. I thought it was an hour. I thought it was, an hour for 3 minutes? They play at least 2 ads? I had experience where each ad felt like 30 seconds. I'm confused. Some streamers do it at the start. I don't know if they do that themselves. I think they do. I think they set it up that way so that it'll, like, play at the start. So most people, like, don't care about the starting soon screen, right? Mine is a 30-second ad every 18 minutes. Huh. Okay. Wow, that feels frequent. But I guess that's similar to, like, 20-ish minute, 30 seconds every 20-ish minutes, so... Oh, because then it would be, like, 30 seconds every 20 minutes, and then 3 20-minute intervals in an hour, so you'd have, like, a minute and a half instead of 3. Ah, okay. Oh, there's so much, like, I don't like that they make you choose things so much. Lilyflower, thank you for the hearts. Preference would be pre-roll? See, that's why I thought it made sense. Okay, from what I'm understanding with this whole, like, pre-roll, mid-roll thing, right? Is that one is going to punish new viewers and one is going to punish your existing viewers. And it doesn't seem like there's a real good solution, so I've been very torn on it. Because, one, you serve ads to viewers who are already in your community, and that's, like, not great. But then, if you do the pre-roll, then generally, you won't have anyone new stopping in because they just won't give you a chance because there's 30 seconds and they don't know to invest in you. And then Twitch doesn't have great discoverability to begin with. So, I don't know. That would be funny. You just put a stream of ads for an hour, and then put a thing at the bottom, come back in an hour. What? I feel like mid-roll's better, but to be honest, I'd rather have no ads at all if there's the kind of stream I want to watch without any interruption. Then literally the only option I can say is YouTube, and before monetization, right? Like, oh, they don't make it easy. They really don't make it easy. There's no way around it. And now Twitch is having an update where, hey, you got rid of your affiliate contract so that you could make your experience better for your community and not run ads because you're actually a really large, well-known streamer. Well, now we want to just give ads to everybody, regardless. But it's okay. You can get monetization right off the bat. The only difference is you're not allowed to cash out unless you're affiliate. Ugh. Punish the newbies, stars have already earned their place. See, that's sort of my mindset, right? But then, like, I don't know, that's kind of my mindset, right? Is like, I don't want to harm the existing community, but I don't know, like, how good Twitch discoverability is versus growth versus whatever. And apparently it affects raids, too, if people refresh the raid page, which a lot of times people tell you to do so that it counts as new viewing. But if you refresh the raid page, you'll get served an ad and then you're stuck in the pre-roll thing. Whether pre-roll or mid-roll, I feel like Twitch is doing this to annoy the consumers enough to buy Twitch sub or use Prime sub. Yeah, absolutely. They want their piece of the pie, and they're gonna get it one way or another. Mind you, I don't have to deal with ads on anything. I like to feel like a high roller. Hello, Lilyflower. Better have the power than not. Or Twitch sub, which supports starting. Twitch is trying to get out of the hole. They are, but they're not doing it in a good way. If you're not affiliate, you probably won't ever have enough to even cash it out. That's true, right? Like, you need affiliate to cash out, but my issue is that, like, people are going, oh, good guy Twitch, making it easy for us. We're finally able to, like, you know, compete with affiliates, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, they're not being the good guy. It just made it sound good on paper. They're not being a good guy. You know, like, you think it sounds good, but it's actually not. It's just helping them the most, and frankly, it's forcing the really, really, really large people that none of us are ever gonna get to the level of to get their cut of the pie, right? Because a lot of the really large people, Aspen Gold and Ludwig, whatever, they drop affiliate just to make the experience better, and now Twitch is like, we're gonna get our piece of the pie. It also kind of makes you forced to start somewhere else with the community right away. Yeah. It does feel that way. And the thing is, like, Asmin, Lud, Hassan, and the like, so many, right? So many are doing that. And now Twitch is like, hey, we don't like that. You guys get too many viewers, so we're gonna make that not a thing anymore. So everyone will get ads. But we're making it so that everyone can get monetization. So we're the good guys, right? It's like, ugh. Use Brave browser, have no ads at all, but I can't convince everyone to do that. Heck, I don't even do that. I've got too much, like, built into stuff. And the events channel and sports. Ugh. They don't want to play nice. And then YouTube is adding more ads to things too. The good fix, one problem method by making 2 more classic Twitch. I just... I know that one of my, my VTuber streaming mentor, has said, like, the best thing to do is to get the, what is it, the turbo thing? The turbo, so that you don't get ads at all, and that it, like, still supports the streamer, but I don't think it does it nearly as much. You can import everything over. Brave is based on Chromium. Yeah, but everything's, like, automatically signed in and everything, right? Like, the connection stuff. I might take another look at it. But if you can import everything over, that's definitely more, appealing, right? Because I have so many tabs of things. I've used an extension called Toby, which is like a bookmarker thing. So I would have to make sure that Toby is also part of Brave. Or that there's just like, that it's just automatically able to work in it. Because I've got at least like 1,000 tabs on that site. And then they moved to being a paid service too. It used to be free, then they moved to paid, so now I can no longer add more things to it. So I'm like, okay, that's fine, I'll just use bookmarks again. And this is probably better anyway, because I had way too many tabs, and I would just, like, not look at them. It's like adding to your watch later on YouTube, right? YouTube is equally bad unless you have premium, you'll see the ad, but you can skip it after a certain time passes. See, YouTube doesn't bother me nearly as much, because, like, yeah, there's an ad, but it's, like, 10 seconds, and then there's a skip button. That's not bad at all to me. Any extension on Chrome is on Brave, it uses the same store. Okay, okay. I will look more into it. Little Air, hello, welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. How do you change avatar? If you go to your profile area, there should be, if you're on the homepage, there should be a button for the profile area in the lower right, and then if you scroll down a little bit, there should be something that says Edit Profile, and then you hit the avatar icon, and it should allow you to change it. I also heard not many people don't like how a lot of browsers are using Chromium, but that's another story to tell. Just let me know, I'll help you with it at some point. Alright, I will consider it. I will consider it. Because I don't have any particular attachment other than, sign-ins and everything. But if I can just replicate that, then, you know, I don't really have a reason. Technical thing, don't mind? Okay. I use YouTube Premium for YouTube Music. That's valid. That's definitely valid. Oh my gosh, I need to, I got a Humble Bundle the other day to get more of this type of fantasy music on the streams. And I need to go through it and pick what works because, I need to add like 5 more hours of streaming music because I did a previous stream on the YouTube side and everything got, I got so much copyright strikes from songs that have never given me an issue for like the past 3 years, and then all of a sudden they just attacked. I'm supposed to be writing music right now? Don't let me distract you from writing music. That sounds really cool also. Space Potato, hello Morkath. Welcome in, welcome in. Yay, Humble Bundle. Yeah, Taka actually threw it my way. And he's like, hey, you've gotten all this YouTube issue here. This one's right up your alley. It's fantasy themed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Hey, but it's helpful. It's helpful. I'm always happy with more fantasy music. YouTube Premium's worth its weight in gold for me. It keeps playing audio when you close your phone. Ooh, that is nice. Sierra says, want to write more fanfic? I've been slacking off making a YouTube video. That's how I feel about the emotes on the YouTube video. Want to keep making more emotes, slacking off on making the YouTube video. I think for me, the reason why I can't get myself to do the YouTube video stuff is because it's so foreign to what I normally do, right? Like, video editing is not my forte, doing illustration is. So I end up prioritizing everything illustration related. Even though most of the stuff that I end up putting on YouTube is 90% illustration. I don't know. I need to just push through it. No, it's not kawaii, it's just overwhelming. It's just overwhelming. And, like, I'm learning easier ways to do it, and I just have to do it. But I keep prioritizing other things that in my head are more important. You're an artist, not a video editor or maker? Maybe you should consider hiring someone or suffer as you push through it. Well, that's a way to look at things, isn't it? I guess I'll take the suffering route. Okay. That's a thing. Yeah, alright. Sounds good. I'll just suffer through it. Awesome. Thanks for the advice. Wouldn't have thought about that before. I'll keep that in mind. I'll suffer right through it. Sounds good. Thank you, Vine Fox, for the lollipop in the heart. She does understand sarcasm. I'm not sure if it was. Honestly. I'm not sure if that was. I know YouTube does have clips, they just, they're not nearly as easy to use as Twitch. That's what we go through. True! That is indeed what we go through. Very much, yes. Hello, Goose. I hope you're having a good day. And Violet Smoothie, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. It is nice to see you. My name is Starlight. I'm Prismatic Kitsune. I hope you're having a good Friday. Yeah, I will, I'll do that. I'll do that. At the very least, I need to take the clips that Vessa and Eve have made and just, like, learn how to throw on captions and learn how to get that on YouTube. And I feel like I say it every week. I know I say it every week. I'm sorry for saying it every week. I'm just repeating it so that I'm, like, telling myself more so, right? I'm more so, like, telling myself what I need to do to make sure I'm not forgetting it. So, that's the main thing, right? Is, if I just keep repeating it, eventually it'll happen. Make captions or I bite. You're so threatening lately. You've been threatening so many things. So many threats for so many different stuff. Everything involves... I'm feisty in springtime? Why is that? Is this because you're a Sprigatito? Sunshine give power? Yes, you are a Sprigatito. You are apparently a Sprigatito. I will have to keep that in mind. There was somebody on some of my servers said if you keep saying things you will do, you will be less likely not to do it. Am I making this up or am I right? There are theories about that. Shouldn't you be afraid if she fights back? I think there are people who theorize, yeah, if you keep saying something then in your head, it's more like you've already done it. So, there is some truth to that, I think. But I think every person is different, right? I think every person is different. I believe that for some people, if you say those kind of things, then it will make it seem like they've already done it. And for others, it reminds them that they still have to keep doing it. I think I'm in the latter. I think for me, it reminds me that I still have to keep doing it. Because if I don't keep saying that I'm going to do it, eventually I'll probably end up forgetting. But if I keep telling you guys, if I keep, like, saying, oh yeah, I know that I have to do this, and I keep saying it, well, the more I get tired of saying it, the more I'm like, I have to keep saying it until I do it, right? So there's like there's a feeling of like trying to hype yourself up, I guess. Fake it till you make it mindset. Yeah, a little bit. Oh my gosh, Eve. There's a difference between reminding yourself of doing something and claiming something in a braggy way. It's the braggy way that makes people's brain get the same dopamine hit / attention as if they've already done it. Oh. This is kind of like your book author theory, right? Is this kind of the same deal? Is this sort of like the book author theory? of, like, saying that you're gonna write, like, the next great American novel and telling everybody constantly that you're writing the next great American novel. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. No, that actually fully makes sense. Yeah. I'm not doing it with grandeur of illusion. I just straight up know that, if I keep telling you guys, I have to keep, I have to uphold the promise of it, right? I want to hear the theory? So basically, like, Investa can fill in the blanks, right? So you probably have heard of, like, you probably have a friend or have heard a person saying that they're an amazing writer and that they have these incredible ideas and that they are insanely talented and that that they're going to write the next great, you know, New York Times bestseller type of deal. And every time you ask them about it, they're like, oh, I'm going to get to it, but it's going to be amazing. And I've been thinking about it for years, and trust me, this is going to be the next greatest thing. And they never end up actually producing it because they've talked about it so much that they kind of have a feeling in their head that they've already done it. Whereas when I keep telling you guys that I need to make shorts, that is me telling myself that I need to make shorts. Concept also works with New Year's resolutions. Unspoken ones are more likely to work to a degree. Yeah. I really do think that it depends on the type of person, too. I think that different things work for different people. For me, getting the constant reminder doesn't tell me, like, oh, you've already done it. It tells me, oh, remember, you still haven't done it. So, I really do think it depends. Also, hello, Mon. Welcome in, welcome in. And Bacon, welcome in. DD Octogame, hello. Welcome in, and thank you for following. I hope you guys are all doing well. That's me, future bestseller. I mean, you guys could be. You just have to actually, like, write the thing. We already made the shorts, you just have to starlight them. I just gotta get myself to make, like, a text template, really. If I could just make a text template... Look, I've talked about this before, right? If I just get myself to use CapCut, if I just make a template for the text for CapCut, if I just spend, like, one evening doing that, then the rest should be fine. I'm just... Ugh, there always seems to be something more important to be doing. But emotes, exactly. It's like, well, I've owed these emotes for 2 years, so I feel like that should take precedence and priority. And then next time I talk to my mentor, he's like, so, when's the last time you uploaded a YouTube video or made a short that we spend the last 3 hours discussing beforehand? Ugh, I know where I stand on things. Easier said than done, just like my chance of getting rich. Just do it, easier said than not, yeah. Ask him the same question back, oh my gosh. Who is the mentor? I am a moderator in a VTuber server called VTuber Senpai. Well, yeah, no, actually the server's just his name, isn't it? The person is called VTuber Senpai. I always feel like his server needs to have, like, a different name, right? Like, we have Starlight Atelier, and his is just the VTuber Senpai server, run by VTuber Senpai. It sounds like the reverse, but I keep telling yourself to better yourself. Never heard of him before you? He has a channel where it is mainly VTuber education. Yeah, VTubing is very big. He kind of, he's kind of been holding the VTuber education niche on YouTube because the previous VTuber educators kind of went off to do other things. Like Mariume is doing something different now, Sapphire is kind of doing something now. So he's sort of holding the education niche side. VTuber Senpai Classroom? I feel like I keep wanting to call it, like, the VTuber Senpai Academy or something. It's like a reverse mantra. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he does a lot of, he does, like, a lot of technical videos and stuff. And, he does, stream reviews and stuff. Stream reviews, channel reviews, that kind of thing. I also mod there because I'm behind the scenes person instead of creative one, apparently. You do have, you do make creative stuff. But it seems that you more gravitate on the behind the scenes stuff. I mean, there's like, it's not super active at the moment, but the streams are still there. I feel bad. I haven't uploaded anything since he reviewed me. I mean, honest, Newbie Reaper, I'm in the same boat, so like, it's okay. It's okay. We can be in the same boat together, right? What was I saying? Yeah, like, I haven't uploaded anything either. And truth be told, I've never submitted my channel for a review, ever, because I feel like I already know everything that he would say, and I already know, like, where the focus needs to be on just making more content. So I don't want to waste his time, because I already know that, like, what's he gonna say? You don't have enough work. You don't have enough videos out. You do a lot of streams, but you haven't made a lot of videos. And I'll be like, yes, I'm aware. He'll be like, work on that. And I'm like, okay, cool. I already know how it's gonna go. I'll forge your name on the form and enter it for you. Alright, Sierra, no worries. To invest up. Guys, it's such a waste of time if I already know what I need to do, right? Morgath, blah blah blah. Going back to Vesta's theory, the funny part about the person that says that is the New York Times bestseller author part. The bestseller list is so insanely rare. Oh my gosh, Morgath. The funny part about the person that says that is New York Times bestselling author, the bestselling list is so insanely rare. Do you mean to get on it? Eve approved? Oh my gosh. It's wasting his time if I don't have any new content, though. It's just wasting his time, right? Annoying orange reference. Isn't that just, like, the reference of every child in every playground ever? You're giving him content? What do you mean, like, for the stream? There's always people who fill up the space to getting, stream ideas and stuff. And because I'm a moderator, I kind of get a little bit more, I can kind of ask him a little bit more things in general. So I don't want to take the time away from people who don't get that. So I don't really have a need to submit a channel because I already know that, I already know that it's not worth submitting until I'm at the point where I've been consistently making videos and I don't know where to go from there. I've talked with him before, and I'm like, oh, I have this idea for, like, this storytelling thing where I want to do these illustrations and have this narrative and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, do 10 of those. Until I've done 10 of those, I'm not going to submit the channel. I review my mod's channel. Oh, jeez. That would not be good, because it would be like, hey, my mods have less content than most other members. It's totally annoying orange? No, it's existed since, like, the beginning of childhood play. Saku, hello, welcome in, welcome in! I hope you're having a good Friday, it's nice to see you. Too busy moderating, yeah, exactly. Sorry, can't make more content, too busy moderating your community. If that's your goal, good luck. I get wanting people to see your work, but there are fewer full-time Big 5 publisher authors than there are NBA players. Dang. That's exactly what I was doing. It's exactly what he told me. See, like, Newbie Reaper, we're basically in the same boat here. Good, just working? I hope work is going well. I have the best YouTube banner. Thanks to quickly making one before the review. I love your YouTube banner so much still. Also, thank you very much, Magic Shine Fox, and I'm very biased towards your name. I very much like your name. Hello. Thank you though. I appreciate it. Want to see Vessa's banner? Vessa, I will give you permission to screenshot it for images and media if you would like. But only if you want to. I'm not gonna put any pressure, but if you want, because like if it's just a screenshot, then it's not self-promo. So if you want to screenshot the banner and throw it in images and media, I'm okay with that, because it's a funny banner. Is Vessa's banner still the same one I'm thinking of? I believe it is, yeah. It's most likely future VTuber name? Heck yeah! Alright, so now I have to ask, right? So, Magic Shine Fox, what is your, what's your visual theme? Because Magic Shine goes it can have a lot of different directions, right? Like for me, I'm mainly, rainbow themed, and, my name being Starlight, right? It kind of has like a, sparkly, crystal-y feeling. So I'm curious. A sailor fox. You look at the profile picture, basically the model. I'm usually not able to look at profile pictures on stream, but let me see if I can. Is it the one with the red hair? I can't quite see it, but it looks good. It looks good. I'm excited. Yeah, redhead. I like it. Sailor fox. That's a cool theme. Are you gonna design a boat too? Because I think that would be really cool. I'm sorry if I hear VTubers like theme and concept and everything, my head just immediately starts going wild. You put it into server. All right, awesome. You gonna have mascot have a bandana or a sailor hat? I love it. I found the channel faster. Wendy's Peak. Alright, Charming Falcon, thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you have a good rest of your day. And happy Friday. Be a little sailor pup. I love it. That's adorable. Or are you gonna have like, is the mascot gonna be a puppy or also a fox? But I love that. That sounds super cute. We there's also a pirate in IRIAM too, who's really cool. Gonna be like a fennec fox? Heck yeah! I love fennec fox. I'm not a fennec fox myself, but, I do kind of have the ears of one. Yeah, the TTS creepypasta is so good. Speaking of boats, I'm at the docks right now, pondering while staring at the sea. That sounds very relaxing. That sounds very nice. I hope you enjoy your time at the docks, pondering. That does sound very, very nice. Gabby, hello, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. 2 years ago, then shrimp video return. Gabby, thank you very much for following. Thank you. I know, you know what's kind of funny is, like, there seems to be a trend on IRIAM of people, like, following very, very early, whereas on, like, YouTube and Twitch, I don't see that as much. I see YouTube and Twitch being, like, a little bit later. So that's kind of interesting to me. It's a little bit of a different dynamic. Took a tiny break. I mean, you know, I think we all have. I was going with the lore, living in the forest, getting destroyed by humans, and then traveling to find a new home, and finding the ocean and being fascinated by it. That's a really good direction. I like that a lot, actually. I like that a lot. Forest to ocean. Interesting. There is somewhat of, like, a freedom with the ocean, right? You could probably get inspired a lot by sort of the mindset of Moana. I took a long break, 5 days. I got bonked for streaming 10 days straight. Oh dear. Oh! No worries, Mom. No worries. I usually set content with lurking, but something about IRIAM made me start talking and engaging. I have no idea what the difference was except the direct hello that can happen at the start. Interesting, interesting. Met someone who adopted her and gave her the sailor outfit. I like that. That sounds like cool lore. That's interesting that you say that. There's sort of like this difference, this different feeling, different approach. Certainly the zero latency thing probably helps. But it's really nice to be seeing you around, Newbie Reaper. I remember you being in Senpai's community more, so it's really nice to see you around. Lived in a forest tribe before it got destroyed? Ah, okay, okay. Also drinking a coconut ice cream shake. What the hell? What the heck, Mon? What's the word? Your situation sounds very, like, aesthetically pleasing right now. Older member? Yeah. Newbie Reaper has been around. Newbie Reaper, was in Senpai's community. I'm planning on becoming one after I get married and being a stay-at-home mom. Oh, nice. I hope it goes well. I'm wishing you all the best with it. Newbie Reaper's first time joining streams was during the Griffin event? Oh my gosh. Was it really? Incredible. Truly incredible there. What a stream to join in, you know? And thank you very much for following Magic Shine. I appreciate it. It was around for years. It just barely spoke on the YouTube side. Have you been like lurking most of the time? Because to be fair, you know, I took a year-long hiatus, so there wasn't really anything for you to be around for. I gotta get going. Nice meeting you, and here you go. Alright, Magic Shine, thank you very much, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Newbie Reaper, it's really nice to hear from you. You know, it's really nice to see your work. It's really nice to chat with you. Yeah, I am too. I'm very glad about that. And I hope it's not nerve-wracking. I understand, like, wanting to just be a lurker, but I really appreciate you being here. It's the same way the first Stargazer Empire stream is when blank/void was dragged in as well. I think you're actually right about that, now that I think about that. Yeah, no, Void is definitely more talkative now, too. That is wild. That is very wild to think about. And Nanashi as well, yeah. Fighting for the homeland brings everyone together. Void's been posting some amazing works in the server. Absolutely, yeah. Now, Void has a really great eye for detail. For sure. National unity. Oh, that's crazy. That is wild. Alright. I think we are probably gonna call it there for today. Tomorrow, I am going to be on the, YouTube and Twitch side. Thank you for the close stick, Newbie Reaper. Thank you. I appreciate it. We're going to be on the YouTube and Twitch side tomorrow. We're going to, most likely, probably finish Smushy, my guess. And then if we have any time afterward, we can do a little bit of pinball. And, I think, yeah, we're gonna be on YouTube and Twitch. If you have not, if you consider subscribing on YouTube or following on Twitch, I would very much appreciate it. I would love to see you there. It's a lot of fun. And if you haven't joined the Discord yet and you'd like to consider joining the Discord, if you go to the YouTube page, there's an About section that has a link to the Discord. It is a safe for work Discord, but we would love to have you. I like Smushy, he's a fun guy. Looking at the current of the water made me realize every tide that goes out will always come back in. No matter how far you drift, there's always a way to return to yourself. I love that. I think that's very, very kind. And thank you for the Discord shoutouts. I appreciate it. Alright. Then Break, I'm sorry that you're just joining in. I'm about to end here, but I hope to see you around. I will be on YouTube and Twitch tomorrow if you would like to stop on by. I wish you the best. I hope you're having a good Friday. I hope you have a good weekend. But anyway, with that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night, wherever you may be in the world and the worlds beyond. And I'll see some of you guys tomorrow, or in the Discord. Thank you so much, Stargazers, and all the best.